What up, reader fam? Today I am bringing you a video where I'm going to be discussing the bookish things that I want. I'm basically just bringing you a list of things that I want every book to have. And before I get deep into the video, I just have to say that I recognize that this is going to be a first world problems kind of video, and that we really don't need all these fancy dancy things for books. A book is nothing without the story it holds. All books really need are the frickin' story. So before y'all go run into the comments and slam me with your first world problem comments, I recognize that the things that I'm going to be discussing in today's video are not necessarily needed. They're just things that I would like. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 1, for book series, put the dang number on the spines. Is this really too much to ask for? I mean, if you can't put the number on the spine, then I would even be okay with you just putting a little note on the title page saying, yo, this is number 2 in the book series, or yo, this is number 4 in the book series. You might ought to pick up book 1 before you dive into this book. Now, I will say there are a few series that have done this, and to that I say, bless, praise, keep doing what you're doing because you're doing it right. Like, I applaud the publisher, you're helping us out here. Like the Falling Kingdom series by Morgan Rhodes, there's a little number 3 on the 3rd book in the series. Mind you, they didn't start putting numbers on the series until it got to book 3, so number 1 and number 2 do not have the number on the hardback spines. I don't know about the paperback spines. Every single one of Rick Riordan's books has a number as to which book is in the series. You're doing great, design peeps, you're doing great. Keep up the good work. But then we've got series like the Lunar Chronicles series. Do you see a number anywhere? No, you don't. For all I know, this could be a standalone, but it's not. Do the Throne of Glass books have numbers on them? No, they each just say a Throne of Glass novel. That's not helpful. That's not helpful at all. When I read that, a Throne of Glass novel, it just makes me think, oh, this is a companion. I can read this series however I want to read it. But that's not the case for the series. You need to read it in order. It does kind of have the order here on one of the title pages, but it just says books by Sarah J. Maas, and it lists Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight, and then it's got the Throne of Glass novellas. But like, that still doesn't tell me that this is for sure the order I'm supposed to read them in. All I'm asking is that if you're gonna publish a series, you put the numbers on the spine. If you need my help counting, I'll help you out. Just give me a little ring ding ding and I'll help you through the process. Number 2, built-in bookmarks. There have been so many times when I'm out and about with a book in my hand and I start reading it and then I realize that I forgot a bookmark, and so I gotta scramble around trying to find something to stick in my book. Sometimes I stick freaking grass in my book to mark my page. And then I end up with grass stains. That's not okay. Or I've gotta bend the page. The horror. I know some of you are all about that crisp and clean and smooth page, and you don't want to get any kind of wrinkle on those pages. I mean, we as humans grow up and develop wrinkles on our faces. Our books can grow up and develop wrinkles too. But you know what would help out this whole wrinkle situation? Having one of those handy dandy built-in bookmarks. I totally get that it just might be a costly thing to do for every single book, but you could literally just glue in some yarn and I'd be happy. Next up, physical books coming with ebook downloads. Now here's the deal. I don't know how much money goes into the production of ebooks. I imagine it does cost a bit of money to create the ebook and then to use the service to sell the ebook. But if I buy a physical book, I feel like I should be given some kind of coupon code to either get the ebook of the physical book for free or to get the ebook of the physical book for a discounted price. I don't know about you guys, but I really like to kind of switch up the reading formats I'm using, whether that be reading the physical book and then changing to the audiobook, or reading the physical book and changing to the ebook, and so on and so forth. There have been times when I've taken advantage of like a 99-cent deal of a book that I already physically own. That way I can bounce back and forth between the ebook and the physical book. Also, sometimes I just don't want to take the physical book out with me. Sometimes I just want to read the book on my phone or something. But I'm not about to pay full price for an ebook of a physical book that I already have. Cause you know what? I'd rather pay full price for a new book that I don't already own. You feel? Next up, pronunciation guides in books. I understand that this isn't something that necessarily every single book needs. Like, you probably don't need this for a contemporary story. Like, yes, I know how to say Ryan, I know how to say Molly, I know how to say Brittany. But when it comes to a sci-fi or a fantasy story, oftentimes we have names like Hermione or Legolas, and we're pronouncing them like Hermione or Legolas. We need that pronunciation guide to help us out. On top of that, I would love in a fantasy story if we kind of got like a breakdown of all the different abilities that are shown throughout the book. Like, give me just a little bit of a breakdown as to how the magic system works. I would love that. Because sometimes when you're reading a fantasy book and there's all these magical things going on and there's so many rules and it's just like your mind is exploding. It would be so helpful to be able to refer to you a guide of what's going on, how certain things work, what you can and cannot do. The last thing on my list is full cast audiobooks. I love me some audiobooks, but the audiobooks that I diehard love are the ones with full cast audio, where all the different characters have different voice actors instead of just having the same voice actor do every single voice. It can honestly improve the reading experience tenfold. But the thing is, I'm sure it's probably really pricey to hire all those different voice actors to portray all those different characters. So I get why it's not done that often, but I love it and I think it's worth it. So those are just some of the bookish things that I really want. You guys should let me know down below in the comments some of the bookish things that you would like to see with every single book. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. I post videos frequently on this channel, so if you want to be notified as to when I post new videos, be sure and go and hit subscribe or go and click the little bell icon and you'll be notified as to when I post new videos. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye, chew.